But before we get started, I just want to say rest in peace to our friend Dylan Weber that just passed away in Portland, Maine. He was a head brewer for Definitive Brewing.
Definitive,
out in Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
Very sudden, very tragic. And we're going to go out there Wednesday to go visit his girlfriend and be supportive.
Oh, wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, it was a very sudden loss, a very big loss to the Portland, Maine beer community. So we just wanted to come and pay our last respects and support a friend.
Well, that goes right into like what you guys, who you guys are in the beer community. I mean, we can just jump right into it right from there, right? Because I mean, the people that you guys know and the relationship that's literally across the country, right? Mm-hmm. How does that relationship even begin?
Before I took over ownership of Ground Control, I had a lot of free time to see the world and go to all the breweries, develop friendships. That's about it. It's been doing that since about 2007, just traveling around, going to breweries and meeting them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works out that they start distributing out here, get some fun things.
Yeah. But there's more. I mean, it's to be able to create a business out of it, right? Because you've created a business and a brand behind, a personal brand behind going and just hanging out and meeting people, right? Because it goes way beyond that. Like, you get barrels from across the country, not just from saying hi to people, Ian. So,
well, it helps that I'm beautiful.
Yeah, yes, it does. It never hurts. Never hurts. Yeah. So, we should introduce everybody first, right?
Yes.
Well, let's start with you. What is your name and what is your role here at Ground Control?
My name is Stephanie Harwell. I'm married to Ian Harwell, the owner of Ground Control. I handle just most of the marketing for Ground Control, and I also have a full-time job in marketing, so I'm just...
Nice.
Yeah, my wheels are always turning, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Wheels in the sky keep on turning. That's what they say. Well, Journey says that.
That's a beer name right there, right?
That's a great
Somehow,
beer.
There's got to be some sort of beer, yeah.
You listening, Ryan?
Yeah. Yes, who are you going to call for that particular one? Okay, and you are?
Ian Harwell, a.k.a. Beer Guy, owner, operator, Ground Control.
Beer Guy, you say Beer Guy, meaning is it still on your business card?
Yeah, it is actually.
Just those words, Beer Guy, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Got the faded T-shirt too.
Oh, yeah.
I need to bring that beer back. Beer Guy IPA.
Beer Guy. Was that the Tombstone one?
Yeah, we're
the
always,
wrestling.
Wrestling, humping artichoke, whatever you want to call it.
Why was there an artichoke in it?
Well, it wasn't an artichoke. Some people don't know what a hop looks like.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm like, did you make an artichoke beer, Ian? I'm in. Why didn't you tell me, right? And finally,
yes, Luke Irvin, co-host of A Taste of AZ podcast, one of the two people, including yourself, behind A Taste of AZ magazine and all other A Taste of AZ things.
Yes.
Fantastic magazine, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And you guys have been supporters from the very beginning, so thank you for helping to make it happen.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome.
Absolutely. And so Luke and I have been here one other time, right? You guys weren't here.
Yes, it was your anniversary, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Anniversary. One of your anniversary days, because it was a full week, right?
Yeah.
Is that always the thing? You guys always go full week?
We started it last year because you don't know how much people is going to be going out last year, so we just did like a beer release every day.
And remind me what year anniversary that was?
This is 14 this year.
14. Wow. And so take us back to your initial involvement with Ground Control. I believe you said you purchased Ground Control?
Yeah, I purchased it in September 2019.
Okay.
Before that, I was heading their beer program.
AKA the beer guy.
Yeah,
The beer.
for... when did I start that? I don't know, 2012-ish?
Okay. So they had opened in 2003, and they've been open multiple years before.
Yes,
you came along.
2007 is when they opened down the street at the original location. It was on Indian School and Litchfield Road.
Okay.
Moved to this location in 2012, and that's when I started helping them because they went from 6 taps to what you see now.
27. Wow.
I mean, I was still
28.
going in, and I was there twice a day, so we'd talk coffee, beer. I would give them advice on what to bring in. I wasn't officially working with them back then, but I gave them advice on what to do. And,
Like from this side of the bar?
Well, not what to do. They know what to do. I mean, what to bring in beer-wise.
Yeah.
What people are drinking.
Just as a customer? You
Yeah.
could just come in as a customer
Yeah.
and, start giving them your little gems.
Yep.
So back then, I was too young to legally consume alcohol. So what was the beer scene like back then, and what kind of things were you trying to bring in?
In 2007, all the distributors laughed in their face about trying to do all craft. It was mainly Stone and Firestone were the big ones, and then we had a couple big Belgian breweries on tap.
And
But
what
not-
kind of beers were you seeking out outside of that threshold?
I mean, I was always an IPA guy. Big barrel-aged stouts and barley wines,
Heavy hitters.
heavy hitters, no session beers.
No session beers?
No, only.
I was saying, yeah. Very
when you're
session.
drinking those all the time, that means that all beers are session beers,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Well, I always thought that meant like a session, meaning like, okay, this will be my beer all day. A
Right.
session, right? So it's got to be a high ABV. So, nah, that was a
good way to look
horrible
at it.
joke.
Good way to look
Right?
at it.
Yeah.
And so back when he was first here, were you involved at that point or no?
I guess kind of.
Just as a
Emotionally
drinking partner.
Yeah, I
involved.
guess.
Emotionally
The
involved?
taste
Okay.
tester is always
There you go. That's a tough role. Tough
Yeah.
role.
It is. And are you a critic? Are you honest with your feedback on the beers, or are you everything great?
I'm mostly at everything great. I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
I'm
me
really like
too.
a hard grader, but I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I got my palate built up because of him, because he would always say, "Here, try this." So
Yeah.
She says that, but you should see her untapped compared to mine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna find that.
What kind of things are make or break on beers for you guys? Because I know Eric likes, I'd say 90% of beers, but the things that he will never like in a beer is low carbonation. He's like
Oh yeah.
very high maintenance about his carbonation level.
I am.
There are big enough beers where you're not going to get a lot of carbonation in it. And then you also got lambics that are served flat,
Yeah.
like a still wine. I'm not really big into fruit and stouts. That's my
Okay.
thing. I'm not really big in that.
Anything fruited? You mean?
No, not
All fruit in stouts.
in stouts.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Particularly.
I thought you meant fruit
That's
and
not
stouts. I'm
something
like, wow.
I've that I can remember witnessing before. I've tried Oreos and stouts up at Dark Sky, but not fruit and stouts. That doesn't sound like it'd be the best combo.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll see like cherries, raspberry.
Raisins. So raisins
Raisin.
one time.
Yeah, that does not. Whoever thought that was going to be a tasty beer?
I mean, they're popular, but
Push it.
they're not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst I've ever seen at it was a place in San Francisco had coffee and cigarette stout. You remember seeing that
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Cellar Maker, great brewery.
Cellar Maker, yeah,
Great
awesome,
brewery.
awesome beer. And I'm like, what is that? And the girl's like, do you want to taste it? I'm like, well, yeah, I want to taste it. And I taste. I'm like, that tastes like an ashtray. that
Were
somebody
they
poured.
smoked cigarettes or?
I don't know. I didn't even ask questions. I just walked away.
Yeah.
But no,
a
great
fantastic brewery, though.
Yeah,
They have a
absolutely.
pizza place now that's excellent.
Oh, do they really? Ooh, nice. Well, so you, I mean, has this always been a thing? Have you always been into food? Have you guys always
Yeah, I
been into food?
really
and drink?
like food. That's
Okay.
yeah, I enjoy food a lot.
More so than beer.
I'd say they go together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the perfect answer. Mm-hmm. Have
Yes,
you
it is.
always been a big food person as well?
yeah, definitely.
Are you the same way?
Yeah,
Food and beer
we-
got to go together.
Yeah, we
will-
travel for beer. and
We
food.
go everywhere for food. I
Yeah.
don't care if it's other side of the country or
Yeah.
state. I don't care. We'll go there.
Well, you mentioned having had the chance to travel around. Where are some of the best food and beverage places that you guys have been before?
That's a loaded question. Oh my god.
We've got time.
Yeah, we've got all day.
28 hours of memory card, so you're good.
Portland, Maine probably
Oh.
would be top 2 or 3 for sure. New
Okay.
York is obviously going to be, but at the time that we've been to New York, the beer scene wasn't the best out there, but now it's a lot better.
Yeah.
And so that would definitely be up there.
You know, it's-
Miami.
Miami, really? Beer scene too?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Miami of Ohio, where Ben Roethlisberger went to school.
Exactly.
There's a Miami in Arizona too, I believe.
Is it really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Interesting. I want to have a T-shirt line that says like Miami and then Arizona below it, right? Or like Manhattan, Kansas.
Or like the
Don't
band
steal
shirts
that.
where it says like Miami, AZ, Miami, Florida, Miami, Ohio.
Yeah, I like it. I like a tour.
I feel like the only people who would buy that are people who are interested in geography. But
Hey, that's a niche
audience,
group.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm
So-
like, oh, you're from Miami.
Yeah.
I'm from Miami too.
So it's interesting you say Portland, Maine. We're flying out to Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Wednesday.
Very close.
Oh,
Yeah.
We should definitely go up there.
We're an hour away. Yeah. Well, last time we went to see my brother-in-law was 3 years ago. We went to see like Bissell Brothers, Allagash. One place was closed, like Battery Steel.
Battery Steel, yeah.
I didn't get
so
to go
that
there.
Definitive Brewing's right there on the corner with Battery Steel and
Oh,
Allagash.
okay.
But they also have a location in Kittery, which is right across from.
That's like
Portsmouth.
15 minutes from my brother-in-law. Yeah. He told me, so I went shopping there real quick. My own story here. This all spotlight's on me, not you guys for a moment. No, so we get there, and my brother-in-law has a scooter. So he works like a mile away. So he has like this scooter. He's like, I said, where's a good beer store? And he's like, there's no good beer stores in New Hampshire, but Maine has great beer stores. He's like, go across the bridge, and there's a place called, I can't remember, Spruce Creek, I think. And I'm like, cool. Next thing you know, I'm on like a freeway overpass. I'm like, what the hell is happening? And he's like, oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't tell you to go there on the scooter. So
We went to
don't go there on a
we
scooter.
went to a kick-ass coffee shop in Kittery when we were there.
Ooh.
But their pastries look outstanding too.
Remember that place for me at some point.
I got in the Google Maps.
Okay.
I'll get it to you.
Share it with me, please. Yes. So, all right, I
So
took
is
this
that
thing
your
off
way
track.
of keeping records of where to go when you travel to certain places?
Yeah,
You
I just
save
star
in your Google
everything
Maps?
on Google Maps.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's
Google
a good
Maps.
strategy because then you
Yeah.
just pull up your maps wherever you are in the world.
Pretty
And
much.
if you're
And you
well
can
traveled,
do-
you can expect a place in a few miles.
Exactly.
I get
Travel
hit.
tips.
I get hit up all the time. Like, I'm in this city.
Really?
Where should I go?
Where do I get wild ales then in New Hampshire or Maine?
Wild Ale. Actually, Bissell Brothers has a solid
Do they?
wild program.
Nice. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, I already convinced my wife to go there. I'm like, it's super cool. The
And then
design's awesome.
Obviously, Allagash.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Travel tips from the Harwells. This is
Yeah.
great. We need to start our own series with you guys.
Seriously.
Right?
So, should we go back a little bit to? Cause so Ian's here. Ian and Stephanie are here drinking, telling people how to do their stuff. Right?
Yeah.
That's good. Giving recommendations. Where does it go from being on this side to that side?
You know, I was feeling kind of stuck. I was assistant manager at Bevmo. Didn't feel like it was going anywhere. They offered me a job here, so I took it. Things going great for a few years. They started getting way too busy in their own lives to really care for this place, because they have 4 amazing children, all very talented in their own right, so they're always busy doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then Sean is a pilot for Delta and still in the Air Force.
Wow.
So they're busy.
They're
a little
busy.
Bit.
So, and at the same time, I was trying to open up my own. At the time, it was going to be like a tap and bottle. It was before the Water and Tortoise ever was around. And Tap and Bottle was like the first like true bottle shop in Arizona that I could think of.
Okay.
And so I was trying to open up like that, and the opportunity to purchase this happened, and it's a lot easier to purchase something that already has established customers.
Sure. Yeah. And a reputation that Ground Control has.
And a
Yeah.
place that you're working with already.
Yeah.
You kind of understand how
Right.
the whole thing's
It was
running.
really
Yeah.
turnkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. So when you purchased the place, were they doing everything that you guys have going on now, from the coffee up front,
Yeah,
all the food and everything?
yeah,
And so how has things changed since you guys took the helm?
nothing really.
Introduced brunch last year.
Introduced brunch.
That's
Okay.
the
Yeah,
big
that's
thing
probably
I
our
would
biggest
say.
ad.
Okay. You added brunch?
Yeah, added
Yeah,
brunch.
so
Okay.
weekend brunch, 10 to 2.
And it was our first year doing it last year, and it already got Phoenix Magazine's best brunch.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah,
That is
brunch I think
awesome.
is my favorite meal.
Our chilaquil is incredible.
Well, you
Monte
got the
Cristo.
classic avocado toast, chicken and waffles.
Oh, dude, kielbasa? Hunter's breakfast? That
Yeah,
sounds
that's
amazing.
quite
Right.
tasty.
Yeah, Monte Cristo. So this is just one of the I see a handful of menus.
Yeah,
there.
we have about 50 different menus.
Yeah. How so? And I was looking at that, thinking, okay, you've got the brunch menu, you've got a breakfast menu, you got a lunch and dinner menu, and that
We
doesn't
can
include
get
the
kind
beer.
of confusing because for an hour we're doing breakfast and brunch, and then from 11 to 2 we're doing lunch and brunch, and we have a really tiny kitchen back there. So when we're busy, you just got to be a little patient with it.
Yeah. Everybody's like behind, like moving,
Pretty much,
choreographed. Yeah. So how do you systemize this? Like, how do you make it like executable for the team when there's so many moving parts and variables?
Honestly, we just kind of wing it all the time. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
I love that.
I mean,
love
it's
it.
such a cluster back there. It's
Yeah.
really hard to be organized back there.
Well, you seem to have a great team. You have a great team behind
The
you.
kitchen team is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
so when we have tickets after ticket, they rock it.
Yeah. That's
Well,
awesome.
we were here during the anniversary week, like I said, and the food was awesome. You guys have a great beer list. You got the coffee up front. So despite the fact that you say it's a small kitchen and things are crazy back there, it doesn't feel like that out here. It just feels like you're getting good food at a place
Yeah.
that supports local businesses.
So the hardest part is when there's pizza on the same ticket as back there, because it's really hard to get everything timed wise. We kind of just treat it as like a separate kitchen,
Sure. Is this a wood-fired oven?
wood-fired oven.
Which
That's
doesn't
what's
make it
cool.
any easier,
No.
monitoring the wood all day long. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we make the dough every day.
And so, the fact that they're two separate kitchens, you're trying to create an experience for the customer that feels seamless and whatnot. But for people who haven't cooked wood-fired pizza before, what is that like, trying to time the two together?
Well, I'm not a cook, so I can't really tell you that. I just try to communicate as good as you can. When we're really busy, food's not going to be timed together at all.
Yeah.
We do our best.
Well, because how long does a pizza cook in there for?
Really depends how busy we are. If we got it really hot, we'll have it ready and out of there in like 2-3 minutes.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas most other meals probably take twice that, which
Yeah.
still isn't a lot of time, but trying to time those two to line up when you got 10 other pizzas or whatever that you're trying to get out the door is not an easy thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just making my list in my head of all the things I want to eat. I don't know if we can have them on the Cristo yet or not, but well, I was going to say, I mean, this tap list here I'm looking at is kind of a key to a big piece of it, right? Because people are I don't know, when you have alcohol, right, that people come in for an experience, right? And that's what across the board, everybody that I know, their feelings of ground control is, right? Is it's an experience. You go over there, it's like, we always hear about Ian. Like my cousin Shannon, she's like, oh, I saw Ian today. He's pissed because you didn't bring over a magazine. I'm like, all right, tell him I'll come later, right? but it's that they love coming. They live over here, maybe 5 minutes away, right? But they love coming here because of that community aspect of it, right? Like yeah, I don't know. I think when you have a great team, and sometimes the times fluctuate slightly. You got that great customer base, and the service and everything around it, which you guys have, that speaks volumes.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and on top of that, it's not just the relationships with the customers, but the people that are providing your beer and whatnot. Because we were just over at the shop the other day, and we were talking about the collaboration that you did with
Wells
them.
in Space.
Yeah,
Wells in Space. I love saying that. I love saying that.
it's a great name.
That was all Justin Evans' idea. He actually got the idea from a glass that looked like a spaceship. He's like, we should use this and do a collab together.
That's awesome.
It was,
And so there's people out there that will say, oh, everyone's collaborating too much, or waters down. For me, when I see something like that ties multiple places together that haven't really been tied together by too many collaborations before, I think that's awesome, because that's kind of the cool thing about collaborations for me, is in imagining you guys just all hanging out, talking about what you want the beer to be and having fun with it. Is that what that experience
it's
was
pretty
like?
much just a day of drinking.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like collaborating with Sleepy Whale. I mean, people probably don't expect that because we're to places that people go to, but people don't. We're all friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody
Yeah.
in the industry is pretty much friends. So there's no competition. We want everybody to be awesome.
Yeah, yeah. That's what we love about it, right? Like, it's what we love about not just the beer community, but like now expanding into the food community. It's great.
Yeah.
The camaraderie.
So what are some other places that you guys have built relationships like with that, where it's just, fun when you meet up and you guys are friends beyond just the industry tie?
Definitely Dark Sky and Tombstone. Those are some of our bigger collaborators.
Yeah.
Seems like Dark Sky is asking for coffee for something at least once a month, which is awesome.
They
Get
get their coffee from you? Like,
quite a bit, not
yeah.
all of it, but
Okay.
quite a bit. We're about to send some up again because our annual release of High Country Brunch is coming up soon. Pretty big deal. A big barrel-aged maple stout.
That's a popular beer.
Yeah,
that is a popular beer.
Doing a couple variants of it this year. Going to do a banana variant and. Okay, I need to say that I know I said I don't like fruit beers.
Yeah, fruits and stouts.
But I thought blueberry pancake sounded pretty fun.
Ooh.
So we're going to do a blueberry pancake version.
That does.
You're doing two fruits and
Two
stouts
fruit,
version.
yeah.
I'm starting to think that you're playing some
I'm
tomfoolery.
ashamed. I'm ashamed.
Smoke and mirrors. He sold out. Ian Harwell sold out, everybody.
I guess
you heard it here
if
first.
you like the fruit and the stout, then everyone can just expect that it's going to be fantastic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we? I guess you guys are. You're working. You guys can't have.
I
more.
haven't ate yet, so I probably
Yeah, I
should
had a really small breakfast.
Okay. All right. I guess I'm the only one that needs
I
another
will
beer.
pretend to have a drink.
Okay. All right. You can pretend to have mine.
We'll pour you a large glass of water and say it's vodka, right?
There we go. Perfect. Nailed
I've
it.
seen Hook. I could imagine things.
So you mentioned collaborating with Dark Sky. What's some of the work that you've done with Tombstone before?
We've done Hops from a Co-Pilot, These Hops Sure Can Fly, and Wood Dock Again, which is named after a Pier 19 at Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Why?
because Matt's got a lake cabin up there,
Really?
and we were trying to find directions to his cabin because we were staying there a couple days, and we're looking that up on Google and like, why the hell does a pier have such negative Google reviews? Like, it's just a place to dock your boat.
Right. It's a real crappy one, though. Apparently.
So after a fun night of drinking with Matt, I go on Google. I do 5 stars. Wood dock again.
Wood dock.
We were drinking, so I don't remember really doing that at the time. But a couple months later, I swear to God, I get an email from Google saying my review is making a difference to the community.
That's amazing.
And now it's got like a 4.3 rating.
Wow.
And I take all the credit in the world for that.
Yeah.
And we
I'm
named
going
it-
there now.
And we
You
named it.
turned that dock around.
I did. I turned it around, gave it new life.
Yes.
But so yeah, we made a triple IPA called Wood Dock again.
And then you also, so 2 of the names, I don't remember them exactly, but they were aviation themed. There's the aviation theme with the name as well. Is there a story behind that for Ground Control?
When they opened the place, obviously it's close to the base, but they wanted to be the home base for everything that you wanted, whether it's beer, coffee, food.
Well, you said
gelato.
he was the husband was
Military.
in the Air Force, right?
Yeah,
that's right. So, looking through your menu, what are some of the favorite things that you guys have on the menu
I'd
when
say-
you decide to eat here?
I'd say definitely hot chicken, and not being
Yeah.
biased because that's what my recipe, but
Oh, okay.
I love
but
it.
it really helped us out having that on the menu during COVID shutdown because we delivered that thing all over the place.
Really?
We took it to Yuma, Tucson,
No
Gilbert,
way.
Scottsdale.
North Phoenix.
North
You brought it up
Phoenix.
to me. Yeah.
Everybody wanted it, and it
Yeah.
was awesome. We took it.
What is the story behind the Yuma trip? Not even who ordered it. Just what's it like driving hot chicken down to Yuma?
Pretty exciting. It wasn't just hot chicken. I took a car full of beer for a couple guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that twice to Yuma.
How far is that from here?
2.5 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
was going to be like 6 hours.
Yeah, I was
Well,
thinking
you might as
4.
well be. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go there, gotta come back.
Is it just as desert as what people probably imagine Arizona is, or is it a varying
it's
topography?
pretty boring. You think going to LA is boring? Like that drive even worse because then you got to go.
Really?
And I don't want to say it now because they were flooded, but Hillbrand wasn't the funnest town to drive through.
Okay. Yeah. The Prison Hill. Have you been to Prison Hill? I
I've
assume.
never been to Prison Hill.
Ian Harwell, World Travelers, never been to Prison Hill.
Oh, you've been to every brewery.
Come on. Disappointment. Take
Fruit
the
in
mics
my
down. We're out of
beer.
here.
Guess we have plans tonight. We're just gonna go over there and knock that
Screw
out.
the rest of the day. I'm going down to Yuma. Prison Hill. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Carpool. We'll all carpool all the way down.
Yeah, we should. I've heard Prison Hill's pretty cool. I've heard it's a pretty cool spot. But I was hoping to get verification of that, but apparently that's not happening today. Ian,
There's a few of those breweries in Arizona.
I don't understand why there's no more people want to live down in Yuma. You're so close to San Diego.
And lettuce, right? It's the lettuce capital of
Yeah,
the world,
boom.
right?
If you got turtles, that's all you can eat.
You got vegans and people that like a cheap way to get to San Diego.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
true.
Population, huh?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's
I
So
like it.
I was saying there's a few breweries that are kind of satellites in Arizona. Edge of the World is one of them that you've been to.
I did try a beer from that. I had customers go up there, and they brought me back a crowler.
And
Really?
It was pretty good. Pretty good
Yeah,
IPA.
yeah.
Pretty good.
I went there on the way up to.
I can't believe there's something all the way up there. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It really is. Yeah, it's an interesting story, for sure. Go back to Tap That AZ episode number. No, I don't remember episode number, but
What was it? Just Edge of the World Brewery is the episode title?
Yeah.
yeah, Edge of the World Brewery.
gotta
The
listen
guy
to
was
that
he was really cool. It's a really interesting community. Obviously, like there's a really interesting story. And as you drive through Colorado City, and you can see some of the old structures of some of the old inhabitants. If you
Yes.
look up the stories of yes,
Of the people there.
yeah, it was interesting. But dude, he's making great beer. It's a cool little tap room. They have a kitchen that's attached kind of right behind, so I think they've got a limited good food menu. So
Well, and
Yeah.
so one of those kind of satellite breweries was that brewery, which had I believe the Pine location was the original one, and then Cottonwood. And now Cottonwood's kind of getting a rise in brewers. You got Belfry Brewery in Old Town, and then in Clarkdale you got Smelter Town, who you
is-
guys did a collaboration with.
They did 2 beers for us for our anniversary, and both were outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
IPA was called Air Traffic, sticking with the flying
Yeah.
theme. It was a session IPA with all Galaxy hops, and it was pretty damn good. That Tim guy knows what he's doing up there.
Yeah. Which is a pretty exciting thing to see such a novel brewery collaborating with someone like you guys and turning out really good beers.
yeah, oh, those beers were fantastic. I think I might have missed it. I was ordering a beer. So normally I go 100% Arizona beers, but when you find things on your guys' tap list like Wiley Roots, I'm like, I don't ever get to try Wiley Roots, so I'm trying to. I'm not saying you guys have a great, I mean, you're all about Arizona beer, but it's cool to bring in some of those other ones that people want to try, right? Like Wiley Roots, never had it, always wanted to try it, and I can see it coming towards me right now, and I'm going to narrate it as it comes to me. Thanks, man.
And to go from something like that to somewhere like Smelter Town, which is, in the tiny little town of Clarkdale, Tim's doing great stuff, like you said. That's a pretty different experience in sourcing beers, or is it a very similar experience? You just call them up and say, hey, we want a beer.
I thankfully had a relationship with Tim before he opened Smelter Town, so it's pretty easy transition to start getting beers. Essentially, I have to go up and get it because it's pretty difficult for him to get down here.
Sure.
But yeah, I just shoot him up whenever I have free time to go up there. Hey, I'm coming up. What do you got for me? Boom.
Do you have any
Here's
roots
money.
in that
Here's
Verde Valley
money.
area? Or
Nope.
just
He would come down to visit an East Valley friend of mine, Daniel McElroy. They would meet here as their meeting place, like an in-between place.
I feel like we talked with him about that before, but maybe I'm just dreaming right now.
I don't know. I remember being super impressed.
I mean, a
and
lot of
I
people
kinda fell in love
dream
with Tim.
about me, so I would
Dream about you? Yeah, that's I've done it several times. Last night, in fact.
thank you.
So when you grow your tap list to be this diverse, is it something that you still have to put a lot of effort into, or is it something that just kind of comes natural with you drinking beers that you want to drink?
I try to keep it as balanced as possible. You want to have your light beers, you want to have your amber, your wheat beer, but then you got to have like 20 IPAs to keep those guys happy.
What guys? Like
No,
guys like me?
the
Are you
IPA
like,
drinkers.
he looked right at me. He's like, those guys.
I mean, if I have, if I
them.
have like 6 or less IPAs on tap, they will say, "Why don't you have any IPAs on tap?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I have 6 of them out of 25 beers. That's like 25%.
They're the most vocal group.
Yeah.
IPA guys.
Or yeah, that's about it. Then I try to keep try to keep a Pilsner on or something like it on our Czech side pour faucet.
What is the deal with what's special about those? Because I've been seeing them pop up more and more.
So it really limits the amount of air that gets into the beer. So it's gonna really bring out like all the nuances of and flavors of it, and it also gives it, if you pour it correctly, it gives it a nice creamy like meringue head. That's always fun.
It can come out like an inch or so above the top of the glass too, right?
Fun, good presentation.
Yeah. First time I had one of those was in Denver at Beer Stock, and I was
we were thinking about doing it for a while, but after going to Beer Stock, like, yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah. I didn't know what was happening, right? I'm like, oh, I'll do the slow pour pills, right? I thought it was that was the name of it, slow pour, right? So I'm sitting there and it was towards the end of the night, and me and my dad had been having a good time in Denver, right? And I'm like, he's like, I see your beer right there. I'm like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, wonder what they keep walking by it, like, and then the guy's like, it's a slow pour, and I'm like, oh, like it's a descriptive, not just a name, okay? But that's cool. So when did you put that in?
Right after we got back from Beer Shop, pretty much. Yeah.
Did you buy it? You bought it from there, like at their little store? That'd be cool if they had those at the store. Like,
got shipped in from Czechoslovakia. So
that's really cool. So 28 taps total then.
We typically only have about 24, 25 in use because don't necessarily need like 3 nitro beers on tap anymore. We always had 3 nitro handles, but there's just not a lot of options anymore
for nitro beers. Yeah. Is the demand for them down too?
I mean, now it's always stouts. I mean, thankfully Greenwood did their cool little mango cream ale. On a nitro.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, that's going against my campaign. More carbonation. But no, you do represent, I mean, all across the board. There's even a California Common, which is technically, it's a steam beer, right? Like,
they haven't updated that, their description on Untappd, but they actually changed that to more of a Helles lager.
Ah, interesting. And this is Toppling Goliath out of Iowa. Which that's one of those breweries coming into the state. It's like, hell yeah, there's some really cool breweries coming into the state.
The past 2 years have been incredible, seeing like what's available in Arizona now.
Do we get off track from the food menu? I know we were talking about food for a little bit.
I get off track.
It's like,
well, your recipe. You said because you I know. You're very proud of this Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Now I know why. I didn't realize it was your own recipe, but that makes it even better to me now, though, right? Because I already knew it was fantastic, and now to know it was your recipe, I love it even more. So, what makes that one special? Like, as far as like, I guess what I'm asking is, how much input do you have on the full menu itself? Because if you say that's your recipe,
the full menu is a collaborative effort.
Okay.
We have anything with our pork is going to be amazing.
That's you just spoke his language right there.
But unfortunately, we are out of pork, so don't get a pork product today.
Okay,
all right. Now you just let him down. All right.
Let's come back.
That's a roller coaster of emotion for Luke.
Our mainstay is our pizzas.
Yeah. Okay. And the hot chicken. We didn't talk about the breakfast because.
And that's where we're really known for is our breakfast burritos.
I was gonna say you got 5 breakfast burritos on here.
But 90% of the sales is from one of those, the Cabo burrito.
The Cabo, bacon, avocado, eggs, potatoes, chipotle aioli.
It is
Monterey Jack.
It sounds so basic, but people just go nuts for that burrito.
That's one of those things that if you can execute it properly, it's like a lame burrito isn't really an enjoyable experience. A very good burrito is like a spiritual experience.
Right.
It really is. I got my eyes on this Dakota. What is beef sizzlick?
Chislick.
Chislick.
It's a South Dakota thing.
Okay.
Essentially, it's a marinated cube sirloin steak
Okay.
that you deep fry for about 45 seconds.
It's
Dakota.
deep fried steak. Oh my god!
But
I
you
didn't-
you would never know that
Yeah.
once it got to your table if I didn't tell you that.
Okay.
That sounds like something you would get in like a world-class steakhouse as a side. This burrito is $9.95.
Oh.
I'm gonna drive back
yeah,
down
yeah.
here tomorrow maybe to get that burrito. With this amount of burritos, it's that big of a staple of your guys' menu, like you said the pizzas were, that it just people come back in for them all the time?
Oh, all the time. Like we have, like getting the brunch menu to launch was very difficult because people were so obsessed with our burritos.
They're like, no, Ian,
I'm
I
not
don't
trying something
care.
new.
I know Monte Cristos are good, but I want burritos. So can they get burritos on the brunch?
They can for about an hour.
Okay. Oh, in that time window, the purgatory hour.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the right word, but
it's the right rate for this moment.
yeah. So they got that
Purgatory hour.
one. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I love what all you guys are. I mean, everything that you guys do here. Every time we've had food here, it's been fantastic. It's great always seeing you guys here. I mean, I'm sure it's not fun always being here when, all the time, but wiping tables and all that stuff, that's what you do as business owners,
Yeah, I'd
right?
love to be home playing with my dog. Man.
Yeah. Are you guys close to here?
Yeah,
You guys
we're
live close?
right inside the park over here.
Ah, okay. Well, so what's going on around here, right? Because I know big news just down the street a couple
Yeah.
days ago. I was pretty bummed out. I saw that they were closed on Mondays. So, what you know who I'm referring to, right? Who just opened a new spot?
It's not open, is it? Oh, TCBC.
TCBC. Wait, why? What are we talking? Wait,
I
hold
thought,
on.
I thought you were talking about, honestly, I thought you were talking about the build out of the new State 48 for a second.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah, but yeah, TCBC, amazing new spot.
Yeah.
They did a kick-ass job with
That's a
that.
huge building, huge patio.
The first day was like an hour wait.
Wow.
I saw that people were lined up on that street. Good for those
Yeah,
guys.
those are some of our best friends. We've known them for a long time. I trained Justin Egbert's wife at Bevmo.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh shit! And this is the West Side family, right? Like this is what all is going on around here now.
Well, you got Tap Savvy over here
Okay,
on Dietar. He was a customer of ours for a long time.
I've seen it, like just pictures of the place. It looks like a cool spot though.
Yeah, it's a good little tap room.
Yeah.
I tell him all the time you need to be open later so I can go there.
Yeah. Ian
For
hours.
like an hour. Or close to an hour.
We did get some after-hour treatment a couple weeks ago.
Lucky. Is that where you took the picture? You're
Yeah.
bragging to
Oh
everybody.
yeah,
like,
we
look
brought
where-
our dogs. Yeah, that's why.
I had my dog without their dog in a backpack.
Yeah.
Who was recently on a beer label, if you guys didn't see.
Oh yeah, that's our
Yes.
collab with Oso Gilbert.
One of the anniversary beers,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
And you still got Scale and Feather and 8-Bit up in Avondale.
Yeah. It's great. That's great. I mean,
And then we're getting a whole new city center in Litchfield Park in the next couple of years. It's going to attract a lot of new businesses.
where's
Wow.
that going to be?
Like right across from like TCB.
That big lot.
Yeah.
Huge lot right there. Okay. Yeah. When I moved out here, I lived like, I don't know, Dysart, and so I lived up by the base, and I worked at the Wigwam. I was a driver, which was like one of the more stressful jobs, right? I had to wear a suit
Great
in
resort,
Arizona.
though.
Yeah, it is. What a cool student. So, just knowing kind of how this area is, it's a really cool like historic area, and it's cool seeing places like you guys, TCBC, 8-Bit, Scale and Feather.
We're like
yeah.
right across the street from the school that's right across the street from the Wigwam.
Okay, yeah. I think we need to order some food, Luke.
Yes, I don't know how much longer I can wait. Once we started looking at the burritos, it was all food for me.
Well, so you guys have a festival coming up?
Yeah, we didn't
Yeah.
even get to that yet.
Yeah. So that's the
Big
festival.
Big thing. We
Yeah.
get to do it again this year. Yay!
For the first time in two
Didn't
years.
do it last year.
Okay.
That was rough not being able to do it last year because that's like a huge day for us.
Yeah. Which is
That's a lot of fun too.
A lot of
Yeah.
fun.
It's hard not having everyone together for that.
It's a 100% charity donated beer festival. November 20th, Red, White, and Brew Beer Festival. 2 to 6. Tickets can be purchased on our website, groundxcontrol.com.
Ground X Control. Okay.
Going to be a lot of fun local breweries there, some out-of-state breweries. Still lining up all the breweries now, but we got about most of the spots filled up right now.
And
Tickets
what
just
is
went
the
on.
charity?
The change this year, it's the 944th Booster Club at Luke Air Force Base. It just supports families on the base.
Nice. Excellent.
And so is it predominantly a beer festival, or are you guys doing food stuff as well?
We do sell food during the festival.
And
Okay.
does it just kind of wrap around the building?
Yeah,
or-
it's all in the front
Okay.
parking lot and the side patios.
Nice.
We use the side patio on the other side as well.
You have a side patio over on the other side as well?
Well, it's not our patio, but we
Okay.
use it for the day.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you do have a really nice patio out here too. I mean, you guys have great outside seating. Yeah.
Great outside seating, coffee, food, including pizzas, hot chicken,
Beers.
beers.
Oh, and I was going to say one added thing to the Red, White, and Brew. Right? What did I say? Right?
Red, White, and Brew. Yeah.
Red, right. Yeah. Say that. Three
Red-
times. 3 times. Right? You can-
That's a hard one. I can't get it once.
So, if you're listening to this, you want to come to this because if ever there's a tap list of beer festival tap lists, it is from Ground Control. 'Cause
Come out the day before, get some coffee, start your day off,
Yeah.
have some
Put
food,
up a
tent.
sleep
Yeah,
in your
sleep.
car, and then put
Be the
up a
first
tent.
ones
Yeah.
in.
All
what I
right.
would
So
do.
Ian is giving people permission to tent out in the parking lot. Apparently. I love the enthusiasm. I do. But no, I love what you guys are doing. Like I said, the event aspect of it, the quality of food, the quality. I mean, everything. You guys capture the whole piece of it. So, excellent work.
You gotta be adaptive and do a bunch of things to draw people in.
People's interests are always changing, right?
Absolutely.
Like mine, I was like beer, now I'm like food. And
Yep.
who knows where I'm going to be thinking? Then I'll probably leave with the coffee.
We're
So.
at the one-stop shop.
Yes,
for all
we are.
things Food and beverage, yeah.
So,
Gotta-
anything we met? I mean, anything you guys wanted to get out there, or anything that you
No,
guys?
we did the shout out to my friend that passed away. We talked to the festival. We laughed. We cried.
We did.
Everything.
We did. Yep.
We did it.
Check all those
Really?
boxes.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
even mentioned the dog, which you got to mention our dog because
Done.
she's the best.
There you go.
Boom.
We nailed it. Well, we do have. There was one piece that I wish maybe Luke can edit this, and he's not. He's like, I'm not going to do that. People are just going to listen to me.
I'm wondering where you're going with it.
Well, I don't know if we were talking about before we started recording or not, but you said you've collaborated with Tombstone. You were actually. Did we talk about the can,
Oh yeah.
the wrestling can?
I think we talked about that.
All right, never mind. We wrapped it up then. All those boxes are checked for me.
Okay.
Cool. I really wanted to talk about that wrestling can. So.
Yeah, beer guy
The
APA.
wrestling artichokes, yeah.
Yeah, wrestling artichokes.
All right, we'll wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.